My name's Jay Watson. I'm Wisconsin DNR terrestrial invertebrate ecologist. Here in the arena area, searching for dusted skippers and other bumblebees that are out. We're out surveying for dusted skippers because they're not found in very many counties in the state, and they seem to be declining, and we want to keep monitoring the population. There are special concern species, and see if they're present on new sites, see if we can find new sites that they're on, and then monitor sites they're already on too. Along with other pollinators like our bumblebees. While we're out, we found 4 species so far today, and some of our other butterflies too flying. A lot of the plants are in flower for them, but we're just, we didn't find the dusted yet today. So pollinators provide an essential service not only for us as humans and agricultural crops, but also in our natural communities. Our native plants have relied on them for thousands of years to pollinate them to produce seed, and for the other wildlife that benefits from it too. And in the last decade, we've been documenting a decline of pollinators, so we're trying to monitor to see if, how are the populations doing across the state, and are they stable or declining, so we can make sure we still have the ecological services provided by pollinators. So habitat that pollinators need depends on the pollinator, but for dusted skipper, mainly found in barrens habitat. Their host plant is the little blue stem and big blue stem, so our finer grasses. Also, they're nectaring plants, like hoary cocoon is one of the ones they like to go to. But for bumblebees, they basically need a flowering resource from the beginning of the season throughout the summer into the fall, so they can maintain their colony and then produce new offspring for the next year. One segment. So you saw that big one? Yeah. This is a worker of. See how much different inside? Yep. Yeah. Same. So they already have a brood out. They're first workers of the year, and she's already collecting pollen, bringing back. So.
Wow.
So that's our common eastern bumblebee.
And when are we ready? Darcy Kind with the DNR Landowner Incentive Program based out of Madison. And I work with private landowners in the driftless area to restore habitat of the important ecosystems, including oak savanna, prairies, and barrens. And one of the things that's important to us is doing monitoring for species of concern, like the dusted skipper, also breeding birds, to determine if they're using the habitat, and then how we can use what we find to adapt management and provide information to landowners, and also get a better idea of what's happening on private lands for these species. Landowners can go to the website, DNR website, and look at our information that's on there for the Landowner Incentive Program. We have limited funds for cost share, but we do have availability to meet with landowners and do walkthroughs on their properties to discuss management priorities and species that might be out there.
My name is Sue Steinmann, and with my husband Bill Wiggy, we have about 80 acres of barrens land, and we have been trying to restore it for the past 30 years, starting with volunteers, and then we also eventually got some grants through the LIP program and EQIP program. And our main goal really is to keep the barrens open for diversity, and not only pollinators but also the birds and other the plants that depend upon it. And of course, I think one benefit for us is just living here is that we get to enjoy it on a daily basis and see how it changes over the years, and it's pretty rewarding to come and see, if we clear a new area, that we've got lupine coming up the following year and blooming, and I guess that's why we do it.